Now we come to the next set. Read the given passage and answer the questions by choosing the most appropriate answer. The news made me very happy indeed. I would be married. There would be music. I would hear the women ululating. How exciting that would be. Yet I felt scared at the same time. I cannot express the apprehensions that came to my mind. Meanwhile, the various things necessary for the ceremony began to arrive. Relatives and guests began pouring in. I was scared to death by all this. I did not talk to anyone but spent most of the time weeping. Everybody did their best to reassure me. They embraced me. But the unspoken agony in my mind did not fit. The next para. Later on, I was cheered up by the ornaments, the red wedding sari, and the wedding music. I forgot my earlier worries and went about laughing and watching the elaborate preparations. My happiness knew no bounds. When everything was over the next day, I heard people asking my mother, "Are they leaving today?" I thought they were referring to the guests. Then the music started. There was an air of festivity. The guests must be leaving now, I thought. It made me happy, and I went about following my mother. Presently, everybody assembled in the house. Some looked happy, but others were in tears. They made me really frightened. Then my brothers, aunts, uncles, and my mother all took me in their arms by turn as they burst into tears. Their tears made me so sad that I began to cry too. I knew my mother was going to hand me to the other family. I tightened my hold on her and pleaded, "Don't give me over to them, mother." That made everybody present even more upset. They broke down and tried to say nice words to console me. My mother took me in her arms and said, "You are a good girl. You understand everything, don't you? God is with us. You needn't be afraid. You are going to come back to us in a few days' time. Every girl has to go to her in-laws' house. Nobody else cries like this. There is no reason to be upset. Please calm down and talk to me." But I was trembling with fear. I was quite unable to speak. Somehow I managed to say through my tears, "Are you sure that God will go through me? Are you sure that God will go with me?" My mother promptly reassured me that He most certainly would. "He will be with you all the time, so stop crying now." But in spite of her soothing words, my apprehensions kept growing and I could not check my tears. In the passage, the people asked the narrator's mother, "Are they leaving today?" Who are they according to the narrator and the passage? Okay. A. The narrator's relatives, the groom's people. B. The groom's party, the bride, the groom and his folks. C. The wedding guests, the groom's family. Or D. The narrator and her people, wedding guests. Okay. So, who are they? It's very clear that the relatives referred to the groom's party, and the groom's party included not just the groom but the bride and all of the groom's folks. So it is B, and the rest we will eliminate. Okay. I hope you understand why the other choices are not correct. The women ululating in the passage refers to them doing what? Shedding tears of joy, wailing high and low, loud sounds expressing mirth, or vocalizing blessings for the couple. Now, in the paragraph, the first one, the narrator begins by saying, "The news made me feel very happy. I would be marrying. There would be music. I would hear the women ululating." So, this tells us that there is nothing negative or unhappy about whatever the author has described here. So, it cannot be wailing high and low. Okay. Shedding tears of joy also doesn't make sense at that point of time. Okay. Vocalizing blessings for the couple. The narrator says that she had heard the news that she would be getting married. She wasn't yet married. So, D also is not suitable or relevant rather. C is correct. Okay. What does it mean? The word loud sounds expressing mirth or cheer or joy. 45. The tone and mood of the passage is how? So, what is the tone and mood? Is it depressing and emotional, satirical and depressed, introspective and empathetic, or vitriolic and reassuring? Now, there is no satire. while there is something depressing about the narrator stating that she was not ready to go and leave her mom and go. So all this tells us that, and the fact that she was crying so much, and her mom says, "Don't cry. Nobody cries like that." So there is some kind of depression that we can sense, but there's no satire. So B is eliminated. There's the narrator is not introspecting, and there is no empathy also that is apparent. So C is incorrect. Vitriolic and reassuring. Now, vitriolic and reassuring can never go together, because vitriolic is something which is very negative, acidic, acerbic, and reassuring is a positive word. So we can eliminate D. The correct answer is depressing and emotional, and I hope you understand why we have chosen this as the tone and mood. The tone is depressing because the narrator initially felt happy that she was getting married, but she was unaware that she would have to leave her parental home and go and stay with somebody else. Okay, and she was emotional at the fact that she would have to leave, and so were her relatives, her parents, her mother, her siblings, etc. So this is the correct answer. Give the appropriate antonyms for elaborate, agony, and apprehension. Okay, elaborate, agony, and apprehension. Let's first understand what they mean. So, elaborate is something, let me write it here. Elaborate is something which is very detailed. Okay. What is agony? Agony is pain. And then what do we have? Apprehension. Apprehension is fear or even anxiety. Now, what are we asked to do? We need to choose the antonyms of all of these words. Okay. So, A is basic, assuagement, and solicitude. Basic is something which is fundamental, elementary. Assuagement is something which is which makes a person feel relieved or calm, and solicitude is care and concern. So basic could be the antonym of detailed, and assuagement of pain, but solicitude cannot be the opposite of apprehension. Okay, so we eliminate this. B, embellished, anguish, and dismay. Embellished is something which is very decorative. Okay. Anguish is pain and dismay is distress. So these are also not correct. Detailed or elaborate, the opposite is plain. The opposite of pain is solace. And the opposite of fear and anxiety is repose, means the state of being calm. So, C is the correct answer. Okay. What does D bring in? Baroque. Baroque means something which is very ornate, showy. Distress is of course another word for agony or pain. And inapprehension, now this is not a word that is used commonly. So, it cannot be used to serve as an antonym of apprehension. Okay, we eliminate option D as well. 47. Identify the type of sentence, you are a good girl, you understand everything, don't you? So, what is it? Is it a tag question or question tag, interrogative statement, imperative negative statement, or echo question? An echo question is one in which the same question is repeated. So, it's not of that kind, eliminate. Imperative negative statement. Imperative is a command, and there is no command over here. The mother says, you are a good girl, you understand everything, don't you? So, it's a kind of the words reassure. So, there is nothing imperative about it. So, we eliminate this. Interrogative statement. Now, it's not a statement because the latter part of the statement ends with a question, okay, or in a question mark. So, it's not an interrogative statement. We call such statements question tags or tag questions, because the main part of the sentence is a statement and the last part repeats a part of the, brings in the same subject and gives the opposite of the verb. So if the statement is positive, then the question tag is negative and the same subject is repeated in pronoun form and it is followed by a question mark. So we call it a question tag or a tag question. So this makes A the correct answer.